Einstein said that imagination is more important than anything. So no matter how much we try, no matter how much effort we make, no matter how much struggling we go through, unless we tap into our faculty of our imagination, nothing will change. And the key here is that we need to tap into this faculty of imagination because we need a picture of it in our mind. So let me give you an example. When you first experience something for the first time, maybe you go on a catamaran on vacation, or you go play at a beautiful golf course, or you stay at a magnificent resort, or you go to somebody's house, which is just immaculate. The first time that you go there, it's a huge experience. It's an excitement. You're taking it all in. And once you've had that experience, then you have it in your imagination. Then you have the experience. And maybe you won't go back. Like now, if I go to a golf course, the moment I go into the washroom, if it doesn't have, the little claws on the table, on the counter, and they're marble, and, there's, all sorts of little things there that you can use to freshen up. I have that in my mind that it's not the ultimate experience. Why? Because I've been to immaculate golf courses in Mauritius. I've been to these private golf courses, and I've had these experiences. And so that's what I expect and anticipate. That's what I'm looking for now. That's what I want. But the thing is, you have to get it in here first, because once you have it locked in here, you have a picture, you have a vision for it, you have a feel for it, then you can have it in the outer world. That's where it has to start, here first. Bob Proctor was my mentor 10 years ago, and he was talking about how we need to tap into our imagination. We need to sink it into our mind first and then experience it into the world. Why? Because then our perception changes. Our relevance changes. If we don't change our perception and our relevance, guess what? Nothing happens. Why? Because belief is at the bottom of that. Belief is what is below the surface. Once you believe it, once you can see it, and once you know it, then you can have it. And I've seen this time and time again all through my life. So when I've gotten the competence because I've taken the action, and I've developed the courage and the confidence because people are giving me feedback and saying, you're really good at this, or you do something extremely well, then you go into any environment thinking and feeling like that. You stand tall and you feel confident and you feel courageous and you know the subject. So nobody can talk you out of it, a negotiation, or convince you of something else. You're the expert. But here's the thing. If you want something in your life and your business, you have to get a vision for it. And not just a vision, but a tangible vision. You have to feel it, touch it, see it. You have to know that it's there. You have to anticipate it. And the only way you can anticipate it is by getting a vision for it. So whenever you've gone on vacation, perhaps you started doing some research, and you go online and you find a place and you start looking at it, and you do a bit of research, and maybe you go deep like me. You start looking at satellite views of it, see what the beach line looks like, if you're going to someplace tropical. And once you get a real clear picture of it, and you're like, yeah, that looks nice, and all the, the feedback that I see on TripAdvisor and all these other sources is saying all the things that line up with what you're looking for. The perfect scenario is the best beach and the sandy shores and so on, and the environment. Then you're getting tuned in here. You get it clear in your mind. And then you can go and experience it. You get there and you start validating what you've been thinking and seeing, and that's the way that it starts. And it always starts in your mind. You always have to start off with a vision for that. Years ago, my mother was talking about going on a cruise, but she kept talking herself out of it. And I got annoyed one time, and I said to her, stop telling me about this fictitious cruise you're going to take, because you're never going to go on it. And she got upset. And she said, well, what do I do? What do you mean? I don't know who I'd go with, and I don't know how if we could pay for this or afford it or whatever. All the different reasons, excuses, and so on. And I said, well, why don't you at least think about where you would go, think about what you would wear, start looking at options, start looking at the opportunities that are out there. And within a short period of time, she started doing that. And then I think it was like 3 to 6 months later, she came back and said to me, hey, I'm going on a cruise with my sister, and I'm using air miles, whatever she had. She had air miles, and that's it. And it was booked. And I said, congratulations, you broke through. And I'll send you $1,000 so you have some spending cash to have some fun. And that was it. And so, she got the vision clear in her mind and she started stepping towards it. That's the kind of thing you can do. You have to get it in here first. Unless you see it in your mind first, you cannot have it in the world. You need to get into your imagination. That's why Einstein said imagination is more important than anything, because your imagination is a faculty of your mind. It is a part of your mind that you can tap into, and the moment you get a vision for it, then you have a clear destination that you're going for. You can't go for a destination or have a target. Like you can't shoot a gun at a target without aiming and without seeing what you're shooting at. Either it's with your plain eyes or you have a scope on the gun. You need to see exactly what you're shooting at. And that's what you need to do here. You need to get a clear vision for what it is that you want. And once you have that clarity and focus, and the easiest way to do this is to write it down. Write down what you want. Just write down I want and start, thinking, brainstorming, thinking about what that would look like and feel like, and the experience that you would have from it. Start doing it from that perspective. If you want to do something like a vision board, you can do that. I have a vision board, and that vision board has pictures and people and words and all sorts of things I cut out from magazines on it, and it's on there. And I can look at that vision board and I can see what I want. You can also do what's called a mind movie. There's an app called Mind Movies, and you can create a mind movie. I have a mind movie. It has pictures, affirmations, just text across the screen, and you can have that. And that, again, will create pictures in your mind. And as you look at it and think it and feel it, it's going to sink in. You need to sink it in here. Remember, Dr. Joseph Murphy says, what you think and feel, you create, and you create what you believe. So if you're going to create something that you're going to believe in, you might as well start thinking and feeling what that is. And you do that through pictures, vision board, or mind movie, or text, depending on if you're tactical or tactile, or if you like tangible things. It all depends. If you're visual, maybe you like to speak it out, maybe you're auditory. So as long as you start thinking and feeling and talking about what you want, and you can talk with your spouse or significant other or somebody you trust about what you want and share it with them. And if you want to take it a step further, make a commitment device. Write a note, something you're committing to. Write down, it's like a contract, right? A little commitment that you're going to do something, and then have a consequence for not doing it. And that's a great way to force yourself to get it done. It's a forcing function. That's a psychological term called forcing function. You're forcing yourself to get things going, to do something, to take action, to get moving. And as you do, you'll start seeing evidence. You'll start seeing things showing up because you're projecting into your future. You're starting to see a future vision for what you want, a future self. And then as you step forward, you'll start seeing doors open and opportunities come. And then eventually you'll have the experience, and then you'll be looking back at what you did, the steps you took. You'll be able to connect those dots. And then you realize, wow, I just tapped into my imagination. I did it consistently. I focused my attention on it. I took actions towards it, and I achieved it. Now I believe I can have it. I just saw this with a client recently. He switched from doing business for one particular client to doing his own. And what a transformation. He ended up replacing his income, actually exceeding it by about 25%, and within 30 days. And it was completely amazing. And it just took a little bit of effort and a vision and intention, taking action, stepping through, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. If you want to take a page out of Susan Jeffers' book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, just step forward and feel the fear, step forward, assess what you're doing, get into your vision, tap into your imagination, and then keep stepping forward. And you'll see how this keeps expanding and growing. And you'll actually probably get addicted to this after a while, that you can picture things and manifest things. You can bring them into your life with ease just by tapping into your imagination, just by focusing on what you want, just by taking little incremental actions towards what you want and getting yourself into receptive mode. You're either in resistance mode or receptive mode. You're either blocking things and shutting down and holding it in, or you're receptive and you're focusing on what you want and letting it out and focusing your attention and imagining and stepping forward and getting the kinds of things you want in your life that cause you to feel good. So use your imagination, change your perception, build your beliefs, do something with your power. You have lots of power. Your imagination is just one faculty of your mind. One of the 6 faculties. You can use it every single day, just a little bit. If you like visuals, vision board, mind movie. If not, you can even draw something if you like. If not, you can write down, you can journal it, you can write about it. Write about what you want every single day, just a little bit. All right, so hopefully you got a lot out of this video. If you did, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.